Today our topic is how to build better relationships using Stoic principles. Relationships are one of the most important parts of life. Whether it's with family, friends, co-workers, or romantic partners, how we connect with others shapes our happiness and success. But relationships can also be challenging. Misunderstandings, conflicts, and emotions can make things difficult. This is where Stoic philosophy can help. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that teaches us how to live a good life by focusing on what we can control, accepting what we cannot, and developing inner strength. These principles can be applied to relationships to make them stronger, healthier, and more meaningful. First, let's talk about what Stoicism is. Stoicism was founded in ancient Greece by a man named Seneca. Later, philosophers like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius expanded on these ideas. The core idea of Stoicism is that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we respond. This mindset is especially useful in relationships. Often, we try to change others or control how they act, but this usually leads to frustration. Stoicism teaches us to focus on ourselves, our actions, thoughts, and attitudes, because these are the only things we truly control. The first Stoic principle that can help in relationships is understanding what is within your control and what is not. In any relationship, you cannot control another person's thoughts, feelings, or actions. You cannot make someone love you, respect you, or treat you well. What you can control is how you behave, how you communicate, and how you react to others. For example, if someone says something hurtful, you cannot control their words, but you can control how you respond. You can choose to stay calm, understand their perspective, or walk away if needed. By focusing on your own actions, you avoid unnecessary stress and conflict. Another important Stoic principle is practicing acceptance. Life is unpredictable, and people are not perfect. Everyone makes mistakes, including you. Stoicism teaches us to accept this reality instead of fighting against it. In relationships, this means accepting people as they are, not as you wish they were. If you expect someone to always be kind, thoughtful, or perfect, you will likely be disappointed. Instead, focus on their good qualities and accept their flaws. This doesn't mean you should tolerate bad behavior, but it does mean you should approach relationships with realistic expectations. Acceptance also applies to yourself. You don't have to be perfect to be worthy of love and respect. A third Stoic principle is managing emotions. Emotions are a natural part of life, but they can sometimes cloud our judgment and lead to poor decisions. Stoicism teaches us to observe our emotions without letting them control us. For example, if you feel angry during an argument, instead of yelling or saying something you might regret, take a moment to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? Is my anger justified? How can I respond in a way that aligns with my values? By managing your emotions, you can communicate more effectively and avoid hurting others. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of virtue. The Stoics believed that living a good life means practicing virtues like wisdom, courage, justice, and self-discipline. These virtues can guide your behavior in relationships. For example, wisdom helps you make thoughtful decisions. Courage helps you stand up for yourself and others. Justice reminds you to treat people fairly. And self-discipline helps you avoid impulsive actions. When you act with virtue, you build trust and respect in your relationships. People are more likely to feel valued and appreciated when you treat them with kindness and integrity. Another key Stoic idea is focusing on the present moment. Many relationship problems arise because we dwell on the past or worry about the future. For example, you might hold on to past grudges or fear that a relationship will fail. Stoicism teaches us to live in the present and focus on what we can do right now. Instead of replaying old arguments, focus on how you can improve the relationship today. Instead of worrying about the future, appreciate the moments you have with the people you care about. By staying present, You can enjoy your relationships more and reduce unnecessary stress. Stoicism also encourages gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful tool for improving relationships. When you appreciate the good things in your life and the people who bring you joy, you cultivate a positive mindset. Take time to notice the small acts of kindness from others, whether it's a friend listening to you, a co-worker helping you, or a partner making you laugh. Expressing gratitude not only makes others feel valued, but also strengthens your connection with them. Even in difficult relationships, you can find something to be grateful for, such as the lessons you've learned or the strength you've gained. One of the most challenging but rewarding Stoic practices is loving others without attachment. This means caring deeply for people but not depending on them for your happiness. Many of us place too much pressure on our relationships to fulfill us, which can lead to disappointment. Stoicism reminds us that true happiness comes from within. You can love someone and enjoy their company, but you should not rely on them to complete you. This mindset allows you to have healthier, more balanced relationships. You give love freely, without expecting anything in return, and you are okay with letting go if the relationship no longer serves you. Another Stoic principle that applies to relationships is setting boundaries. Boundaries are essential for maintaining respect and mutual understanding. Stoicism teaches us to know our limits and communicate them clearly. For example, if someone consistently treats you poorly, it's okay to distance yourself or end the relationship. Setting boundaries is not about being harsh or selfish. It's about protecting your well-being and ensuring that your relationships are based on respect. When you set boundaries, you teach others how to treat you, and you create a healthier dynamic. Stoicism also reminds us that relationships are temporary. This might sound sad, but it's a reality we must accept. People come and go in our lives, and even the closest relationships can change over time. Instead of fearing this, Stoicism encourages to cherish the time we have with others. Treat every interaction as an opportunity to show kindness, understanding, and love. By appreciating the impermanence of relationships, you can focus on what truly matters and avoid taking people for granted. Finally, Stoicism teaches us to focus on our own growth. Relationships are a reflection of who we are. If you want better relationships, start by becoming a better person. Work on your character, your habits, and your mindset. When you grow, you attract healthier and more positive relationships. You also become a better partner, friend, or family member. Remember, the most important relationship you have is the one with yourself. When you treat yourself with kindness, respect, and compassion, you set the standard for how others should treat you. In conclusion, Stoic principles can help you build better relationships by teaching you to focus on what you can control. Accept people as they are. Manage your emotions. Practice virtues. Live in the present. Express gratitude. Love without attachment. Set boundaries. Appreciate impermanence. And focus on your own growth. Relationships are not always easy, but with these tools, you can navigate them with wisdom and strength. Remember, the goal is not to be perfect, but to make progress. Every small step you take toward applying these principles will bring you closer to healthier, happier, and more fulfilling relationships. So take a deep breath, reflect on these ideas, and start putting them into practice today. Your relationships and your life will be better for it.